opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match.
Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
One more ticket to the final, and we are down to two teams: Dynamic Herb Cebu FC against United City FC in the other semi-final match of the 2022 Copa Paulino Alcantara. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jamer De La Cruz. Joining me tonight is Nate Berkey. Nate, how is the weather treating you so far, and how excited are you for this game?
Yeah, the weather is... What can we say? We got some rainfall here. I'm trying to stay dry, but we have an epic semi-final here, Jamer, and I think the weather is good for this type of match, and hopefully it just raises the level of quality and speed of play.
Earlier today, Kaya FC Iloilo sealed their passage to the final, making sure that they are back on the main stage to defend the title, and they will be waiting for the winner of this game between Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and United City FC. Talking about these two sides, they've met in the elimination rounds, and that meeting was intense. It was an all-out battle between the two. United City FC got on the right foot. They started off really well, scoring the first goal on that game against Cebu. But the never say die spirit of Dynamic Herb Cebu FC gave them the chance to claw their way back into the game and make sure that they secure the all-important point to progress to the semifinal. Nate, your thoughts on that game between United City and Dynamic Herb Cebu?
Yeah, I thought it was a fantastic match. Seeing Dynamic Herb Cebu come back into the match and get the result, it kind of just showed that, UCFC is a human team and they make mistakes, and Dynamic Herb Cebu was able to capitalize. I think both teams will have to come with a much sharper mindset with this being a semi-final match, and there won't be any draws by the end of this match here, Jamer, and one team will have to walk away with the victory and one team won't. So the mindset for me will be a little bit different. I expect a lot more intensity and less room for errors, Jamer.
Well, Dynamic Herb Cebu FC fielding their strongest lineup right now, minus Ozcan, who's actually suspended due to accumulated cards, so he misses out the semifinals. But still, looking at the lineup of Cebu, you have Mert Altinoz and of course Arda Sinkir in the starting lineups, as well as Roberto Corsame. Those are your scoring threats for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. What do you think about the other players that are starting for Cebu out here, Nate?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a familiar lineup for this Dynamic Herb Cebu side. I'm a bit intrigued as to why Waco Cañas is in the lineup. So, maybe the coach is saving him, or I'm not too sure, but I would expect him to be a starter and a key player in this type of match. But that's the coach's decision. And for me, as I look up and down the lineup, Jamer, see a lot of familiar faces. We spoke briefly about Mr. Rafi Loriente, who's now in the mix. We have to expect him to be that starting central defender role, kind of picking up for Oscan, who will surely be missed. But this is still a team for me that can get the job done if they stick to their cards right and play their tactics right. But it's going to be exciting to see how it progresses.
Well, The lineups for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC is out. Meanwhile, for United City FC, they are opting for Pinthers to start on goal. You have Mike Ott, Kenshiro Daniels, Hikaru Minegeshi on the lineup as well. Same as JJ Robertson. They're opting for an attacking formation out here with Minegeshi, Daniels pairing up front most likely. What can you say about the lineup for United City FC?
Yeah, you can already tell that their mindset is a bit different, as they know this is a must-win match. The last game that we called together, they didn't even score a goal in that match. So I'm sure with their lineup and their mindset going into this match, they know they need to score goals. They know that they should be dominating in possession, and they know they need to create chances. So, which is why we see a more attacking and offensive-minded lineup for this United City FC club.
Talking about the substitutes for both sides out here, quite a loaded bench for United City FC with the likes of Cholo Bugas, Ivan Uwano, and Mark Hartman on the bench, same as Grierson. On the other side with Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, you still have JB Berlongan on the substitute, as well as Waco Cañas, who you are expecting to be in the starting lineup, but he's going to be starting from the bench if he ever gets his minutes out here. Your thoughts on the bench of both sides out here?
Yeah, I mean, the substitutes will be very, very important in this match. The intensity we have to expect, Jim, will be high from the start. So, we got to also expect tired legs. So each one of their subs that they make will be very crucial in this semifinal match. Regardless of the time frame that they're able to step on the field and play, they have to make an impact. They have to step in and try to increase the level of play and, help their teammates as best as possible as they can, whether it be on the defensive side or whether it be on the creative and attacking side. Both of these substitutes will be important, just as important as the first 11, and it's going to be very, very vital on how the subs are made and which subs are used at which time throughout the match.
Well, Kaya FC Iloilo left it late in the second half earlier to score the goal and send themselves to the final. We wait for the start of this game between Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and United City FC. In just a few moments, we'll have the deciding game of who will progress to the final of the 2022 Copa Paulino Alcantara.
There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match.
Lisa Torrente to make it 3-0.
Should be interesting.
And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Let us welcome the teams of Cebu FC and United City FC.
90 minutes or more to decide the next participants of the 2022 Copa Paulino Alcantara final. Will it be Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, who just turned out to be the crowd favorites in the 2022 Copa Paulino Alcantara, or will it be the 2020 Philippines Football League champions United City FC? Faced a lot of obstacles heading into the semifinals, but they are here, they are present, they are ready to go for battle against Dynamic Herb Cebu. Our match officials for today: first referee Meliton Palayo, assisted by Giovanni La Chica and Merlo Albano, and our fourth official is Rodney Leble. Both team captains exchanging pleasantries. In terms of the players to watch, who do you have for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC?
We have Arda Sinkir, who has, been in really great form for the club. He's been scoring a lot of goals for them. He's kind of been their danger man up front. Very, very skilled, smart player, and he knows how to get other players involved. And most importantly, Jamer, is he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net.
It's a good sign right now that he doesn't have any bandage over his head anymore. That injury is done. Those stitches are fine already for him, and he's ready to score some more goals here in the semifinals of the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Meanwhile, for United City FC, a player to watch for them, Hikaru Minigeshi, one of the key players who are very fast, who knows where his teammates are, and more importantly, knows how to make a space for himself and for his teammates, Nate.
Right. Very, very dangerous player, and he has a lot of experience. He's won championships on different clubs here with UCFC as well as Global back in the day. So for him, this type of match, this type of atmosphere, this type of intensity, he's used to this. And it would be gonna be a pleasure to watch this matchup here, Jamer. And we all know what he's capable of doing. He's got left foot, he's got right foot, he's extremely pacey. And he's just a smart, clever player. So let's definitely keep our eye on him there, Jamer.
Here we go for the other semifinals of the 2022 Copa Paulino Alcantara here at the PFF National Training Center. United City FC playing from right to left, wearing their cream kits. Dynamic Herb Cebu defending from left to right, wearing their all red kits. The crowd is out here at the PFF National Training Center. We've seen some of the players of the under-19 squads who are currently here in Manila participating in the PFF U19 Boys National Championship in Group A. And it's going to be exciting knowing that these kids are looking at what's in stock for them in the future if they make it to the big leagues.
Yeah, that's right, Jamer. This is a great environment for them to be aware and to be a part of and to witness as they're watching the highest level of domestic football in the country, and as they prepare for their upcoming championship. I think no better way than to sit down and absorb this match and take in as much as they can from the highest level possible.
Para naman sa mga nanonood sa kanilang tahanan, alam ko medyo maulan kanina kaya nahirapan din yung iba na makapunta dito sa Carmona. Pero maraming salamat sa panonood ng semifinals ng Copa Paulino Alcantara. Ang dami nyo sa stream, di namin kayo mabati isa-isa. Pero nagpapasalamat po kami sa mga nanonood sa inyo dyan. Early pressure here for United City FC. They have a corner after that effort earlier. So Kanshira Daniels will bring this one in for the PFL League champions. Here's the in-swinger. Looking for the heads out there. Hits the crossbar and cleared away by Cebu. Early threat coming from the league champions out here. Meanwhile, a counter-attack for Dynamic Herb Cebu. Thwarted there. Custodio taking down and a foul against Dynamic Herb Cebu.
Wow, Jamer, some exciting stuff just in these first few minutes here. We'll have to wait for that replay when it comes, but, you know, we saw it hit the crossbar and some scary moments for this Dynamic Herb Cebu just early on in this match.
Minigeshi looking for that familiar curler out there. Just wouldn't hit the target.
As we take a look,
Ooh.
it was cleared and I think hit off the back of Kurt's head, which caught everyone by surprise and just rattled the crossbar, getting this place lively just in 2 minutes.
Yeah, can I just remind each and every one of you, we're just 3 minutes into this game and an early chance already for United City FC.
For all the viewers out there, we had some heavy rains earlier tonight, and even at the moment you might not be able to see, there's still a little bit of drizzle on the pitch now. The field is already wet from all of the heavy rains, and there's still continue light downfall. So expect, you know, first touches to might be a bit loose here. Expect passes might be a bit heavy, but these are all conditions that all of the players need to deal with, and it's going to be interesting to see which club is able to adjust first, because it is a factor, Jamer.
Here's the counterattack for Dynamic Herb Cebu, thwarted by the defense of United City FC. JJ Robertson, a man to watch from the back as well, knows how to create the spaces and the opportunities from the back. Dynamic Herb Cebu on the counterattack out here from that throw-in. Pafu Corsame turns, looking for a teammate. They reset with Altinoz, Gadia in the middle. Headed away by Corsame. Ooh, a strong touch from Gadia. Almost, but not quite for Gadia out here. And Dynamic Herb Cebu will reset to defend.
That was a good set of patience there, Jamer, as we saw the Dynamic Herb Cebu, you know, able to be composed. And as we saw Daniel Gadia's first touches get away from him, as I said, the ball is wet, the field is wet. You know, first touch is going to be crucial in this type of environment. So expect a lot of that, a lot of ball skipping. Definitely going to affect the play here, Jamer.
Long ball from Custodio. Hinahanap si Minigeshi. Nilabas yan ni Llorente. Isa sa mga legends na ang club football dito sa Pilipinas. Been around for a very long time now, and he's still playing.
Yeah, credit to him. That's a long time to be playing.
Oh, Sinclair with a chance. Lovely pass from Altinos. A strike here. Easy save for Pinthus. So both sides now having one chance each. On the other side, Davao sends that away, making sure that Daniels wouldn't go for the goal scoring opportunity, Nate.
Yeah, as we see Sinclair on his weaker left foot, but still dangerous, still able to get his shot off and in a good position. Not a very troubling shot there for Pintus, as he was able to collect very easily. But we see the intentions already, Jamer, from both sides. They want to be direct with this, maybe with the factor of the weather, but they also want to attack. So this calls for a high intense match, you know, exciting match as we see already, and end-to-end stuff here.
Clearance by Cebu. Hindi pa tapos ang pressure. Foul ang tinawag ni referee Meliton Palayo doon. It hasn't been an easy road for both sides of squad out here as you take a look in the replay first. That was Kieran Hayes just blocking the path of Daniel Gadia. We mentioned it wasn't an easy path for both sides. Loaded matches, especially for United City FC, who had their AFC Champions League campaign sandwiched into the Copa Paulino Alcantara schedule, so they had to make amends. But they were able to make sure that they keep a near flawless result for them, just drawing 2 games and winning the other games that they have out here, and making sure that they don't lose any games. On the other side, Dynamic Herb Cebu started off with a 4-game winning streak, ended by United City FC with a 1-1 draw and a 3-0 drubbing from Kaya FC Iloilo in their final elimination match. Naririnig natin dito, Nate, yung mga fans ng United City FC. Let's go United daw ang kanilang cheer. Nahanap din natin ng fans ng Dynamic Curve Cebu FC na nandito nung nakaraan na nagbibigay ng liveliness dito sa PFF National Training Center. Davao cleared out for a throw-in. We can see United City FC right now putting on the pressure, just calm and composed, and just making sure they play with the ball out here and not stress themselves too much.
Yeah, they have the quality, Jamer, from front to back. They have the quality all over the pitch. They're used to dominating possession in the domestic league, at least in the domestic games, as their quality and their style of play speaks for itself. For me. They have the pieces to get to the finals. It's really just about who's going to step up and not force any type of error throughout these 90 minutes, Jamer, because this is technically a final. They're trying to get to the final, so this game is very, very important. The nerves are high. They know what they need to do, but there's also, still a bit of pressure on them because we all saw last year they weren't able to take part. So this is kind of a defining moment for the club as they're trying to get back into the final. This match is all that stands in front of them, and it can be a glorious night for them or a disappointing night for them, Jamer.
Well, it would be a cup double for them, if you may ask, because they weren't able to participate in the 2021 edition of the Copa Paulino Alcantara. But if they win and they progress to the final and manage to snatch the trophy away from Iloilo, then they will be a club that has already won the league and the cup in the Philippines Football League era. Ricky Sendra. They take it back to JJ Robertson.
That's a crafty little through pass there to break the lines.
A long ball coming from Ott.
Yeah, that's a great ball.
Daniels chipping it over. Villanueva just close, but not close enough for Daniels.
He's got to do better with that, Jamer. I see what he's trying to do, just loft it over his head, but in that moment, he's so far in the goal already. There's not much space behind him. So you just kind of got to put it with pace and to the side of Ace Villanueva, and that's easily 1-0 for United City FC in the first 10 minutes there, Jamer.
Villanueva was out of position there. Same as Pavo Kursami, who was caught by the offside flag out here. So when Daniels tried to chip it over, had he controlled that, Villanueva wouldn't have any chance of saving that as he's out of position. Minigeshi forced to take it back to Robertson. Pinthus, interesting choice of goalkeeper out here for Frank Wescan, opting to play Pinthus ahead of Matt Silva. Minigeshi with a failed through pass there to Lingbo. So a throw in for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. Possession goes to the path of United City FC. Interception here by Cebu. Altinoz stops, looks up, finds Gadia. To the middle for Singir. Intercepted. United City FC naman ang babawi sa counter-attack. Almost an interception there for Cebu. But a throw in for United City FC. Cagey affair in the first 10 minutes of the match, Nate. Sendra takes it back to Robertson. Ott.
Great turn there from Ott.
Strike from distance. Villanueva saw it all the way and held it in his hands.
Yeah, that's a great job from Mike, just skipping past his defender, and look at the techniques. That type of technique can easily go in from that distance there, Jamer. And Maikot showing his threats as with his passing ability from that previous play to Kenshiro, as well as his striking ability as he just in striking range. Maikot doing what he needs to do to make this semifinal theirs and own it.
Tabo, lovely red out there for the pass. Now here comes dynamic Herb Cebu FC Genko, who's been phenomenal over the past few games that he started for Cebu. Just embedded there in his path. Now the ball gets to Genko. Here's Chima Uzoka. Uzoka, you could say that he's missing his striking form after scoring from the spot, or actually not scoring from the spot, scoring from the rebound in their opening match. Might have slowed down a bit and just finding his rhythm in this competition. Uzoka could not get that one.
For me, Jamer, we saw the strengths of Jamer in the early games. For me, he's more of a dangerous player when he's in the center of the pitch, you know, when he's closer to goal and he can link with his other players using his height, using his ability on the ball to get others involved. But, you know, coach obviously sees something that they like in him on the wing here, so he's definitely going to have a tough matchup throughout this night.
Well, it's all about giving the space for Arda Sinclair in the middle, hence the reason why Coach Mehmet Kakil opted to play him on the right side of the field. Let's see if it's going to pay dividends for last year's fourth placers who's looking to book their spot to the finals. Villanueva with a clearance. Cebu was able to keep it in play. Sinclair with a lovely touch there. Tries to find Genko over the right side. He does. Now Gadya in the middle. Gadya with a strike from distance. High, wide, and not so handsome for the number 6. And it goes out of the ballpark for a goal kick.
Yeah, he's just reaching there. Jamer trying to get a shot on goal. I guess that's all he saw there, but no trouble at all as it just sails over the goal. Again, when dynamic Herb Cebu get into the attacking third, they need a bit more creative movement and options for the person on the ball to make that decision. As we see, there isn't much movement, and we got no problem with taking a long shot from a distance there, Jamer, but it still has to. There should still be other options, better options, as opposed to taking a long range shot.
Villanueva lobbing that to Sinclair, just couldn't get his footing right. But if you look into how Hikaru Minegishi moves right now, that's vintage Minegishi. He's been doing that since he started playing here in the Philippines. More importantly, when he played with Global FC, he used to cut from the left side, cutting into the right side, and then just curling the ball in past the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's a very, very technical player, Minegishi. He's comfortable on the right and he's comfortable on the left. Oh, that's a great entry pass there. Oh!
Lovely piece of skill.
Nice tackle, though.
What a tackle there. Play goes on, says the referee. Physical, but clean, says referee Meliton Pelayo, rather.
Yeah, that's a very cheeky little crafty pass there. As we take a look at the replay, Mike Ott skips past his player, but look at the tackle in order to recover. And look who it is. Altinos.
It was Altinos.
Working back.
Strike. Oh, saved this time around by Ace Villanueva.
Yeah, Mike Ott just puts his hands on his head. He can't believe that he didn't score and finish that one. Great save by Ace, as it kind of he just needed to stand his ground. But let's take a look at this replay. Mike has time, and it looks like he went for an inside the foot technique to try and just keep it on frame and, you know, place it into the net there. But unfortunate not to just strike it with his laces across goal and get it to the back post. That easy could have been another goal. So now we've seen two pretty decent chances now for this UCFC, as their pressure's paying off. Their attacking runs when they're in possession is on point. And you know, you got to imagine that they're gonna they'll be able to score a goal here early in this half, as it looks like that's their game plan. You know, because the longer this game goes 0-0, Jamer, the less it is in their favor. Then it turns into, then it turns into a luck game, right? So they're trying to avoid any of that luck matter and just take the match into their own hands and get this first goal, which is very, very important for any type of semifinal.
Check this one, Nate. Genko with a through ball there. No. Corsame almost, but not quite. We had a chance to look into the possession stats, but we'll get back to that later.
This is where they can be dangerous.
Look at this one, Nate.
But again, there's no run to the first post. How many times have we seen Dynamic Herb Cebu with the ball out wide and nobody's dashing to that first post, They have to correct that if they want to be more dangerous on these crosses. Get someone to the first post, and if that doesn't work out, then there's always room and runs behind it. But every time we see the ball go wide, nobody's making that first post run, which is always so important for crosses there, Jamer.
Altinos was taken down there. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, late challenge from Sendra as he reached in and, caught Altinos late.
Look at this one, Nate.
Yeah.
They're not letting United City FC get comfortable with the ball with that possession count, 43-57. Still in favor of United City FC, though, but it's close. They're not letting them get a lot of possession out here.
Yeah, I mean, they're making it difficult. Dynamic Earth's making it difficult for UCFC. They are dominating a bit in possession, and they do have the better run of play in terms of the chances they've created. But, when it's 0-0, it's still an even match. And any turn of event, as we've seen throughout this Copa, Jamer, turn of events happen quickly, especially on the 0-0 matches.
Here's the free kick. Arda Singer takes it straight to the wall, asking for a handball there. Wasn't even close enough to a handball as it went straight to the bodies of the defenders out there. Dizon dispossessed by Gadia. And now Cebu on the counter-attack with Pavu Corsame. Play goes on, says the referee. Ball goes straight to Pinthos. A lot of players from UCFC asking for the ball to be played in their favor for a throw-in, but Corsame just able to keep that in play. An incisive run from the left side.
Yeah, Jamer, you must always listen for the whistle. You must always play the whistle. That goes for both teams there, as both teams look to be frozen for a bit, looking for the call to be made. But, you always just play the whistle. And you can take advantage of teams in those types of moments, Jamer, if you're smart, if you're switched on, and you're clever.
Cebu has already gone past the 5 or 6 minute curse for them. That's when United City FC scored in their first match in the elimination rounds. But the threat is still on out here with Daniels. Corsame using his body there. And a foul is called against Corsame. I think it was a handball said by the referee. Let's have a closer look. Outstretched hands against Pete Forosuelo.
Yeah, I think the handball was just before that moment there, Jamer. But now we have a free kick for this UCFC side. Kenshiro Daniels on the ball.
Dangerous out here. Kenshiro swinging it inside. Ace Villanueva punched it out. Play goes on. Like, offside flag is up. I think that was for Robertson over the far left post. So far, a couple of chances from Mike Ott. Just couldn't get the goals as of the moment. Ace Villanueva standing his ground, making sure that the scoreline stays 0-0. Chima heads it to the back of Sendra. Genko just couldn't get a touch right. And a throw in for United City FC. Dabao heads it out. Play continues. ball goes out, says the referee, and that's going to be a throw-in for Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. 22 minutes into this game, Coach Mehmet Kakil have reshuffled his cards using their all-out strength against United City FC here. So far, so good for his side, though. Ren Saldivar over the left side. Sends it forward, looking for Sinkir. Lingbo. Oh, Uzoga just couldn't get a touch to it. And now, counterattack for United City FC. Long ball forward. No foul, says the referee. Referee was actually looking at the ball there. Custodio clears. Uzoka recovers for Cebu. Now, Corsame over the left side. Great defensive stuff out there from Pete Forasuelo. Cebu threatening there. Sinkir dispossessed by Sendra. And now counter-attack para sa United City FC. Dizon. Hinahanap si Sendra dun sa kanan. Sliding tackle galing kay Gadya. Clearance. Bola para sa Cebu. Uzoka. Binigay kay Genko. Andun agad si Lingbo. Babalik kay Llorente. Through pass. Great pass. Uzoka looking for options in the middle.
There's the near post run, Jamer. There's the near post run.
Fans not at the edge of their seat. In fact, they are standing up right now. Intense battle between United City FC and Dynamic Herb Cebu FC. 25 minutes into this game, still scoreless. If you're Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, you'll be happy with how you're playing against the league champions right now. But Hikaru Minigeshi over the left side will always be a threat. No dice, says Llorente.
As we take a look at the cross there, Jamer, the idea is there. Whip it across to that near post. Corsame did everything he could to try and get there. And it's just unfortunate for Dynamic Herb Cebu to not, create an opportunity or a chance there. But you see the difference, what I'm talking about, Jamer. Once that near post run is made, there's also always space behind there. So for other players to get involved and other players to make the late run. But the first post is always the most important for any type of a cross because it creates that movement. And it also can catch the goalie offside. Can create the goalie, out of position.
It seems like Cebu couldn't fill the gaps. The far post out there. Still have plenty of time for them to figure out what they need to do. But so far, so good for Mehmet Kakil's wards out here.
Yeah, this has been a great start to this semifinal here, Jamer. It's both teams look dangerous at times, and there have been some decent opportunities. You just know that the goals will come if the pace continues the way it is. Jamer, both teams are looking for goals, so that's exciting. That's good for the viewers to see, and that's the way they should be playing. As it is a final, and they're trying to get to the final. It's only going to happen if they score goals. So it's good to see both teams looking to attack, looking to get that early goal first. And, I think we're in for a pretty exciting semifinal here, Jamer.
We definitely are in for an exciting semis out here.
Oh, look at the pass.
What a pass there. Pinthus forced to come out of his own box. If only Genko was fast enough to get to that pass.
That was a phenomenal pass there with the outside of his boot there. And a well-timed run there too, forcing Pintus to get off his line. That just shows the threat that dynamic Herb Cebu possesses. As we take a look, oh man, look at that pass. Just whips it with the outside of his boot.
Sweet.
Pintus doing well to notice that the play's in danger and he's got no defender around him, so he's really forced to come off his line. Great stuff all around there, Jamer.
And now you can see United City FC are opening those gaps. And dynamic Herb Cebu, credit to them, they were able to exploit those gaps right now as they win a corner. Genko will take this one, an out swinger for Cebu. Be wary of the aerial threat from Arda Sinclair out here. Sinclair with the header, straight to Pintus. That's what we're talking about, Nate. The aerial threat coming from Arda Sinclair.
Yeah, he's dangerous in the air. His timing is really impeccable. And he does well to get his head onto it. Unable to hit it back in the direction where it came from. But nonetheless, it's a simple save for Pintus, who's in the right place at the right time. And he's able to secure it. But just goes to show how dangerous he can be in the air. Oh, look at this.
Onside for Daniels.
We need some help.
Goes straight. Villanueva with a save. Pressure stays on. Now it's cleared by Cebu. As the fans egged United City FC on, Daniels produced a chance out there.
Yeah, somehow Daniels was all alone there with a great through pass, and he did well to get his shot off. He didn't really have many other options. Oh.
Daniels again, great through ball from Sendra. But they have to wait for another chance to come their way as dynamic Herb Cebu FC clears the line and prevents another goal-scoring opportunity for United City.
We're seeing some great through passes, Jamer, on both ends, on both sides. Dynamic Herb with a bit more of a longer range and direct passes for other players to run onto. And we're seeing this UCFC side with a bit more clever passes, with a bit more difficult, as it's a the weight of the pass has to be exact for these shorter ranges. But really, really good passing from both sides, dangerous passing, and it's great to see here, Jamer. We're 30 minutes in, and both teams are just searching for that first goal.
United City FC might get their goal out here through this free kick from Daniels. Nope, but it falls to the path of Minigeshi, now cleared away by Chingier. Intense 30 minutes in this semifinals of the Copa Paulino Alcantara. I hope you're all enjoying this. I'm pretty much sure that we're well over 1,000 viewers already on both social media platforms, so we would like to give all the thanks and credits to our Philippine football fans, especially the ones as well making their way here at the PFF National Training Center. Custodio Lingbo ang may tangan ng bola para sa UCFC. Reset. Lilipat sa kabila para kay Robertson. Mike Ott to fit Pete Forasuelo. UCFC, laban ang sigaw ng ating fans dito sa PFF National Training Center. Laban o vamos. Cebu clears the line. Lovely.
Clever pass there.
Gadya cannot find Genko over the right side. Kieran Ace to Mike Ott. Great pass. Great defensive stuff as well for Cebu. And counter-attack time now. Papo Corsame starting it for Cebu. Gadya to Sinclair. Lobbing it to Gadya. Headed away by Forasuelo. And a foul against dynamic Herb Cebu FC.
Looks like we have a player down for the dynamic Herb Cebu side. Jamer, unable to tell who it is at the moment.
If I'm not mistaken, that would be Renz Saldivar. Yellow card for
Kurt Dizon.
I think Kurt Dizon on that challenge on Saldivar. Yep, that is John Ren Saldivar, who's on the deck right now. Former FEU standout. He's receiving a tackle from Kurt Dizon, who gets a yellow card. Coach Mehmet Kakil. So far, if you're Coach Mehmet Kakil, would you be happy in holding United City FC into a 0-0 scoreline 32 minutes into this game?
Well, I think I would be pleased with how his team is performing. It is 0-0, and they have created some dangerous counterattacks. But I would definitely be a bit concerned with the open opportunities and chances that UCFC has created. With those small, tight passes and with the second and third balls being introduced with crosses and in the corner kick there, Jamer. But at the end of the day, his team is doing exactly what it needs to be doing, and that's defending and keeping the scoreline at 0. And on the flip side, attacking when they need to attack and creating opportunities. So, he should be pleased, but as a coach, you're always looking to improve, right? And you're always looking to see how you can do better and how you can manage this game in favor of your own team.
United City FC known to wear their opponents out through their relentless possession-based game. On the other side, Dynamic Herb Cebu just not letting them control the possession, as they're always marking their players, making sure that they're always a step ahead of the pass, making sure that they will be there to intercept the pass. Dizon takes it back to Foresuelo. 12 minutes remaining in this first half. A tightly contested battle between United City FC and Cebu. Close fight as well on the shots on target. Tied at 3 for both Dynamic Herb Cebu and United City FC.
Yeah, I mean, that shows that it's an even match at the moment, regardless of who has had the better of chances. It's still a close match. And, it's going to be about the team that doesn't give up an error, right? The team that isn't giving away a bad pass or a bad giveaway for the other team to capitalize and take advantage of, because both of these teams are capable of doing just that, taking the advantage.
Oh, almost, but not quite. Kurt Dizon was aiming for Sendra out there, but Villanueva was alert to the possibility. Long pass again from Villanueva, just couldn't get Genko on the ball. Korsame in dispossessed. Now a chance for United City FC. Dizon maneuvering his way past the defense out here. Foresuelo sends it to the middle for Ricky Sendra to operate. Interception by Genko and a foul against Lingbo. Card's gonna come out. It will force him in. Lingbo, a yellow card. 2 yellow cards in quick succession here for United City FC.
Yeah, it was kind of a lazy square pass from Sendra, as he wasn't aware how close Genko was to Lingbo. And Genko reads it well, intercepts it well, and he's off to the races if he's not fouled there. So it's a fair yellow card for me. And again, it shows how dangerous the Dynamic Herb Cebu side can be on the counter and on the break. That's kind of, where their strengths lies, as we see how some of their goals have happened.
Altinos to take this free kick for Dynamic Herb Cebu. Plenty of options inside the box. Will they opt for Sinclair? They will, but the header is not there for him. Ricky Sendra now off to the races, sends it forward, looking for Daniel's lovely turn, but Llorente is there to cover for the defense of Dynamic Herb Cebu FC, and they breathe a sigh of relief. Sandra taken down by Uzoga there. Physical game that we do have out here, Nate. End-to-end action. What else can we ask in this semifinal match between Cebu and United City?
Yeah, I mean, the motivation is there, and we know both teams have their own motives to get to that final. We already know Kaya FC has booked their ticket earlier tonight, and they're just waiting patiently to see who they will be facing in this epic final of the Copa.
Minigeshi tried to find somebody inside. Dizon could not get it for them, and it's out for a throw-in. Fair sportsmanship there from Saldivar, just checking in on Dizon, who hit one of the ad boards there. Lovely piece of skill from Corsame. Sinkir gives it back to Altinos, but the pass wasn't just there for them.
Yeah, it just goes to show there, Jamer, how important possession is no matter where you are on the field. You know, your teammates are doing everything that they can to get out of trouble, really break the pressure and keep possession of the ball. And to just lose it carelessly, you know, the whole team suffers, and the whole team has to now counter and react to that transition.
Mike Ott, through pass for Kurt Dizon into the middle, looking for Kieran Hayes. Touch there from, I think, Hayes for a goal kick for Cebu.
Yeah, some great wing play there from Kurt, and I was hoping he would play it with his weaker right foot, which he did. You know, in those types of situations, you just have to play the ball across the line into the dangerous area. If you're not able to pick out your player, you know, he did everything right there, you know, using inside the foot technique to try and just pick out a player. But again, well defended by this dynamic Herb Cebu, and they've been really fortunate and relentless as well with their defensive setup here.
UCFC with the throw in there. Okuda covering the ball well, and it's out for a goal kick for Cebu.
Yeah, that's a very experienced player, this Okuda from Japan. I really like the way he plays, and I love the way he carries himself. He's been a very instrumental player for this dynamic Herb Cebu throughout every match. You can tell he's quality on the ball with his decision making and his technique, and you know, he's very, very experienced. You can tell as well.
Ace Villanueva will send this forward. Altinos and Shinkir could not get to it. For as well, a lovely tap for Dizon. Dispossessed by Saldivar. Then they take it back to Okuda. Gadya. Sinkir over the left side. Great clearance from Furusuelo. We're closing into the final 5 minutes of the first half out here. Still scoreless. Tightly contested match between Cebu and UCFC.
I think we have to credit this dynamic Herb Cebu, Jamer. They're doing extremely well dealing with the pressure of this UCFC, regardless of where they are on the pitch, whether it's their back, defensive third, or in midfield. You know, UCFC is showing signs of press, but there's a lot of composure on the ball from the back, from the defenders as well as the midfielders, and you know, they're getting good players around the ball in smart positions and getting good angles, so they're able to release the pressure. So we have to credit dynamic Herb Cebu for, you know, trying to play good football, especially under the pressure of the likes of UCFC.
Altinos with an in-swinger there, punched away by Anthony Pinthas, but the pressure stays on as Altinos spreads that out wide for Genko. Lovely touch. Now to Altinos once again. Altinos dispossessed by Daniels. Counter-attack time for the men in cream. Dizon finds Sendra. Chima covering Sendra. Ott, incisive pass to the middle for Hayes. Just could not convert anything out here. But Lingbo regains possession for United City FC. UCFC putting on the pressure here into the final 4 minutes of the first half. Genko misread that. Minigeshi taken down. Advantage. Play goes on. And they're just getting through the skin of their teeth out there, Nate. Genko to Ozoka. Ott dispossessed. Llorente clears. Saldivar is offside. Sendra. Earlier, we were just talking about 1,000 viewers on both social media pages. This time around, 1,100. And a shot by Daniels, just fizzing wide of the left post. Whew, that was close.
That was close there, Jamer. And, he had the ball on the ground on his favored right foot. He knows he's got to hit the frame in this moment. He did everything right. He tried to find the back post. We see him good first touch and quick shot, which is what you don't have much time in there, Jamer. And, he just hits it wide. We'll kind of see that sometimes there, Jamer, when a striker has their first moment, for example, with that shot in the first moment where it goes over the bar, and it's very easy for every moment after that to not find your feet or to not strike the ball as you want to strike. But it's important, as we see a shot here, it's important to keep putting yourself in goal scoring opportunities as the chances will come. But man, how many chances, as we heard the owner of UCFC right in front of us, how many chances do they need? You just gotta hope that it doesn't bite this UCFC in the butt for missing these opportunities there, Jamer.
Surely a head-scratching moment for Eric Gottschalk, the owner of United City FC, but scoreline is still intact, 0-0, although plenty of chances coming their way already. And that could have been a crucial goal for Daniels and United City FC heading into halftime as well.
Yeah, very, very important if they were to score that one, growing into halftime, getting that momentum for the second half, and then it's a different ball game.
A minute left and possibly a minute more for added time. We're going to get confirmation of that. UCFC with the ball. Through pass from Mike Ott looking for Daniels over the right side. Cuts in. Sandra with a strike. What a block there. Still, United City with possession. Forasuelo to Hayes. To Daniels. Still Daniels. Now ball goes out for a throw in for United City FC. Sandra.
That's well read by Daniel Gadja.
We'll get 2 minutes of additional time out here. Genko now in the counter attack for Cebu. Looking for options there. Gadja into the middle. Dispossessed by Custodio, but great efforts there from Genko to find Gadja. Closing minutes here. Cebu looking to with the pedal in the middle. Llorente cleared it only as far as Kieran Ace. Mike Ott. Piga Minigeshi over the left side. Dancing and prancing. Past Llorente. Takes it back to Lingbo. Lingbo again with the ball. Sends it inside, looking for D-Zone. Lovely turn! Blocked by Corsame. And another block by Corsame. The forward proving to be instrumental from the front and the back for Dynamic Curve Cebu. Mike Ott is caught by the offside flag there, but my oh my, what a couple of chances for United City FC.
Look at this turn as we see Kurt try to sneak his way past Corsame, but it's well defended in the end by Corsame, and he even makes up for it for the second play. Wow, what so many opportunities and great opportunities in this first half here, Jamer.
Final moments here in the first half. What a way to close that with some chances from United City FC. Can Cebu get one of their own before the half ends? Uzoka gives it to Arda Sinkir. Altinos. Still with Altinos. Takes a strike from distance. Ooh! Close. But just goes over the bar. And that is halftime here at the PFF National Training Center. An action-packed 45 minutes. 45 minutes left to play. But at the half, dynamic Herb Cebu 0 and United City FC 0. Your thoughts on the first 45 minutes out here, Nate?
Yeah, for me, it's a fantastic first half of football there, Jamer. We saw end-to-end stuff, a lot of quality, opportunities, great defending, everything except for the goals. But for me, it's still entertaining. I appreciate watching a match like this, and I know how intense it is for this type of match. It's not just a normal match. This match has so much weight. It's a very meaningful match, and neither team wants to make that mistake, right? But for me, the team that will carry on into the finals is the team that can embrace this pressure, right? This is a big moment, yes it is, but which team can embrace it and rise to the quality of the occasion that they need? Because the only one way he's going to win this match is through quality and putting the ball in the back of the net.
Plenty of chances from Mike Ott and Shearer Daniels and even Kurt Deason for United City FC. Just gone begging for them, especially this one.
Yeah, a lot of point-blank opportunities. I think UCFC had the better of opportunities, but we saw how dangerous dynamic Herb Cebu could be. They had a couple of long-range shots which didn't seem to worry too much for Pintus, but you never can tell in a match like this. As we see here, yeah, why not go for it if you have the space and the opportunity? That's going to force the defense out. That's going to force the defense to put pressure on you, and then you have more place. Then you have more space to play in behind. So if they're giving you that opportunity, Jim, but take it all day, especially if there's nothing much else. That's only going to benefit them as the match goes on because the defense will have to adjust.
Well, we still have 45 minutes to decide the winner. If not, we go to extra time or the penalties. But as of the moment, it's dynamic Herb Cebu FC 0, United City FC 0. We'll be back in a few minutes.
There's an opportunity here, and we've got our first goal of the match.
Leaves it to Ramsey.
of the match.
Leaves it to Ramsey to make it 3-0.
Training center. It's Dynamic Herbs Cebu FC 0, United City FC 0. An intense, action-packed first half between these two sides, and they've been going right at it. We want to have a chance to take a look at some of the stats of the first half once we're ready. And as it stands, Dynamic Herb Cebu FC 0, United City FC 0. What do you think were the key moments for both sides? But before we go into that, Nate, halftime stats out here. Not much of a difference out here, but take a look at that. Dynamic Herb Cebu taking 59% of the possession, whereas United City FC kind of like chasing the game. But what's important out here is 7 shots, 5 on target for Dynamic Herb Cebu, whereas only 4 for a United City FC out of 11 shots that they have taken. Your thoughts on the stats that we do have out here, Nate, for both sides?
Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're here at halftime. Pretty even match as it's 0-0 scoreless. But as we take a look at the possession, UCFC was able to dominate a bit more and create a few more clear goal-scoring opportunities. But, you know, it's frustrating when you go that long and create that many opportunities, Jamer. Excuse me, mentally it's exhausting when you don't see any results, when you don't see any goals.
Well, all the stats in the first half will come into play in the second half, but this is what is very important for me right now, Nate. The fans that we do have out here in the stands, the boys from Cordillera Regional FA, one of the teams participating in the PFF under